Sometimes I have nightmares that are premonitions of what is going to happen in the future. This time was a premonition that my mom was going to die. Very, very terrible. My dream started by seeing my mom and myself walking at the beach. My dad has passed away already years ago, so both of us were walking at the beach, enjoying the breeze and the water. But suddenly we saw the water moving, and there was a figure there. And surprisingly, that figure was my dad. And we both were like, wonder, my dad. And then I said, my dad, what is my dad doing in the water? So, and then my dad was getting closer to us, and he extended his hand to us, to my mom actually. And then he was all wet. And then I was like, my dad, what is he doing all with all that water? Why is he coming out of the water? It didn't make no sense to me. But then my mom responded to him, by extended her hand as well. And they both were looking at each other, and with their hands, the only communication they had was they were not talking. They were just touching their hands and looking at each other. But then I saw that my mom walked to my dad, and then he put his arm on her shoulder, and they both were walking, even deeper to the sea or the river or whatever. Then I tried to stop them. I was telling them, Mom, Dad, can you stop walking deeper, because that's dangerous. You can drown there. Come on, it's not safe to be there. Can you please come here? They were like ignoring me, like they were not listening to me, and they were acting like they were zombies. I don't know, like they were like, their decision was to go inside the sea, and they were not like listening to anything, to anybody. So I saw their heads. And then at this point, I got very scared, because I was thinking, oh no, my God, I'm going to lose them. I'm going to lose both. And then I still was screaming, Mom, Dad, come on. Can you get out of the water, please? You still have time. I can still see your heads. But then suddenly the heads disappear, in the water, drowned. They drowned, so they disappeared. And then I was so sad. I was crying that I couldn't help them. So then I woke up. My dream ended there. I woke up and I said, what is this dream about? I was sweating. I had a chest pain. And then I said, no, I'm gonna have to tell my mom about this dream. She has to know. I know my dad is dead. And no. And then my mom came to visit us, and then I told my mom about this dream, and she said, oh no, don't worry. But then 8 months later, my mom was diagnosed with liver cancer, and she was taking a lot of medication, and she finally passed away. That was so sad, but the meaning of this dream was that when my dad took her inside the water, and they both drowned, is because my dad was gonna take her with him, and she was going to die.